Welcome to the 2020 P6 Stella High School Mathematics Prelim Paper 2 answers. Grab your pens and papers and let's get started. Question 1. The table below shows the number of computers owned by some families. So the number of families that have 0 computers is 3. Those who have 1 computer is 12, 2 computers 24, 3 computers 18, and 4 computers at 6. So how many families owned at least 2 computers? What does at least 2 mean? That means they have 2 and above, right? So if you have 3 computers, you're counted in because you have at least 2. If you have 4 computers, yes, you're counted in too because you have at least 2 computers. So at least 2, 2, 3, 4. So your answer is 24 plus 18 plus 6. I'm not going to do any working for this paper because it's paper 2. Use your calculators. So you're going to get 48. Okay, what fraction of the families do not own any computers? So we know that 3 did not own any computers. But what do we need to do now? We need to find out what's the total. So the total is 3 plus 12 plus 24 plus 18 plus 6. So we already found out that 24 plus 18 plus 6 is 48. So you just need to take 48 plus 3 plus 12. And you're going to get 63. So it's 3 over 63, and a quick type into the calculator will give you the simplest form, which is 1 over 21. Okay, simple as that. You get your 2 marks. Okay, we're going to move on. A parallelogram is folded at 2 of its corners as shown below. Find y. So y is over here, and then if I were to draw a parallelogram, I'll try and use lines to draw it. Okay, so the parallelogram has been drawn, and I'm drawing a parallelogram that's unfolded, okay, because I need to show you guys something. So this angle, if I unfold it, it's actually this angle. Alright, so let us find out what is this angle. So they are interior angles in between parallel sides, right? So to find this angle, I'll just need to take 180 to minus 105. I'm going to get 75. Okay, so basically this degree is also 75 degrees because they're the same thing. Okay, so now that I found out that this is 75, can I find out what is this angle? This angle will just be 180 minus 82 minus 75. Like I said, use calculator. You're going to get 23 degrees. Okay, so this is 23 degrees. I'm going to erase the arrow because I might need to draw something in that space. So this is 23. Okay, so opposite angles in a parallelogram is the same. So if this is 105, this will be 105. Okay, and this also means that this is 105. Okay, so I'm just trying to get all the angles I can get. So now, how do I find out what's y? I have all the information already. I just need one last step. If I unfold it, if this point comes to this point, do you realize that my 25 degrees would just be here? So this is actually just 25 degrees because they are going to overlap once I unfold it. Okay, so same thing for here. If I unfold it, my 23 degrees here will be here. So they're basically the same angle. Okay, and this is a straight line which is 180 degrees. How to find y? Y would just be 180 minus 25 minus 25 minus 23 minus 23. Calculator tells me that it's 84 degrees. Okay, not a very easy question because of the unfoldings and all, but get used to it. Okay, when you unfold something, actually basically this is also just 82. Okay, so this becomes 75, and then this is 23. So once I unfold it, this will just be on top of this. So this is also 23 degrees. Okay, But when I do the final working, I don't look at it unfolded. Okay, just look at it like that as a straight line. 25, 25, 23, 23, and you can find y. Alright, we're gonna move on, alright? Question 3. The table below shows the price of muffins sold at a bakery. The price of chocolate muffin is not shown in the table. So seems like there are a few packages or something. Almond plus banana 320. Mango plus banana 340. Strawberry mango 280. Strawberry almond 260. So Miss Han bought a banana, a strawberry, a mango, an almond, and a chocolate muffin. So I can find out banana, strawberry, mango, and almond, but I can't find out chocolate. So, but they gave me a total, which is $8, and I have to find the price of chocolate muffin. So let's look at it. Banana and strawberry. Is there any such package? Nope. How about banana and mango? Okay, there's banana and mango. Okay, so I can use this. So banana done, mango done. What else? Strawberry muffin is there. Strawberry muffin, almond muffin, strawberry almond. Okay, I can use these two. So these two are done. So how much is those 2 packs? It should be $6. So she paid how much? She paid total of $8. So chocolate would just be $8 minus $6. Okay, so that's how much she paid for the chocolate muffins, and that's 2 marks. Not hard at all. Okay, this table might seem a little bit confusing because of all the different variations, but just be calm and do your work. Okay, you'll be fine. Let's move on. The average donations from a group of students was $32. When Terence submitted his donations, the average donations became $35. So when Terence submitted his donations, the average went up. Okay, so to $35. Terence donated $170. How many students donated altogether? So let's see. I'm just going to draw a few students. I'm just going to draw about 5 students plus who knows how many more students, but Terence is here. Okay, I'm going to put T here. So, wait. Let's not put Terence here first. Let's just put it as ... because I don't know how many students joined. So each student's average is actually 32. Correct? Plus ... So when Terence joined in, my average became 35. Terence is here. Okay, he also had an average of 35. So how much did Terence donated? He donated $170, right? But his average dropped to $35. So I need to see how much money was distributed to the rest of the boys or students. It's $135. So even though he took out $170 from his own pocket to donate, his average dropped to $35. That means the amount that was distributed to the rest of the students can be more than 5, can be less than 5. It's $135. Okay, do you get it? So how much increase was there? The increase in average is $3 per student. Okay, so $3 extra per student. So $135 was distributed to the rest of students, and each student had $3. How to find the number of students? I will just take $135 to divide by $3. I am going to get 45. Okay, this is the original number of students. How many students donated altogether? Please do not forget to add our Terence. Okay, you are going to get 46. My answer is 46. Okay, quite tough, but easy question, tough question. I guess that's how it goes. Anyway, for those who need more clarification here, I'm gonna do it here. Okay, so $3 extra per student. I'm gonna put student. $135 was given, so take 1 over 3 times 135. Okay, use calculator, you're going to get 45 students. Okay, for those of you who still don't understand this might be clearer for you. So then after that, just add the 1 because Terence is also a student. Okay, let's move on. Question 5. So this is a bar graph, correct? It shows the number of cars sold by Mr. Lim from January to April. April is missing, so I'm guessing they'll make us draw. He sold a total of 76 cars over the 4 months. So let's count it first and then write the number at the bottom so it's easier for us. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 spaces, that means each space is 10 divided by 5 is 2. So it's 2, 4, 6, 8. Okay, so 10 and 2 spaces will be 14. February is 20 and 2 spaces, so it's 24. March is 1, 2, 3, 3 spaces after 10, so it's 16. Okay, so the total number of cars sold in April would just be 76 minus 14 minus 24 minus 16. Calculator will tell me that it is 22. Okay, draw a bar to represent the number of cars, blah blah blah. I don't have the shade, but so let's draw it. I'm gonna use red color so it's easier to see. So 22 means it's 1 space after 20. Let's draw it. Alright, here you go. That's 22 because this is 20 and it's 1 space. Okay, very simple. Let me write the answer down. This is 22. Okay, that's it. You get 2 marks. And we're moving on to the harder questions now because question 1 to 5, they are all 2 marks. Okay, for question 6, right? James bought P minus 3 cards on Monday. He bought 2P plus 7 more cards on Tuesday. Then on Monday, he bought 463 cards. There's something wrong with the question. It's not all together on both days. Okay, it's on Tuesday only. Okay, so please take note when you do this paper. Find the value of P. So, how much was sold on Monday? Or bought on Monday? Let's do it. He bought 2P plus 7 more cards on Tuesday than on Monday. So Tuesday will be Monday plus 2P plus 7. So it's P plus 2P is 3P. So minus 3 plus 7, we don't know how, so we just take 7 minus 3, which is 4. Okay, so this is the number of cards sold on Tuesday. And it is equals to 463 cards. So for students, please draw a model to show 3P plus 7. Okay, 3P plus 4 I mean. Okay, P. So to find out what is 3p, we take 463 to minus 4. We are going to get 459. So 3p equals 459. P equals to 459 divided by 3. You are going to get, calculator will tell you that your answer is 153. And that will just be your answer. Okay, don't be too scared when you see like algebra in this way. It's fine. Okay, let's move on. Okay, a wheel of diameter 21 cm is placed on the floor at point X. Okay, so when the wheel moves 12 revolutions, revolutions means rounds, that means it turned round and round for 7 times. 12 times, it will reach wall A. So it will end up reaching here. Okay, so find the distance between walls A and B. So right now, this is the center of circle, and this is the center of circle. Okay, so I'm going to use another color and the thickness. So every time it moves one round, you're moving from here to here. Okay, and then my circle will be here. Got it? So if I move another round, it's going to be like that. Okay, so I moved 12 times. So I'm going to erase all this and I'm going to start doing some calculations. Okay, I'm going to leave it here because I need it later. So what's the circumference? Circumference is pi times diameter. So pi is 22 over 7. Diameter is 21. So my answer will be 66 cm. Okay, and how many revolutions, how many rounds did I make? I make 12 rounds, right? So I take 66 times 12. I am going to get 792 cm. So moving to the left hand side by 12 rounds will give me 792 cm. But we still have to add this, okay, which is the radius, because after moving, my round ends here. Okay, so after moving 12 rounds, I have 792 cm. Okay, but I need to add the radius here. Okay, because I'm not gonna make another full round and my ball is just stuck here. Okay, my wheel, I mean. So you need to be very careful, okay? A lot of students make mistakes here. So radius equals to 21 divided by 2, which is 10.5 cm. So from A to X, so AX will be equals to 792 plus 10.5, which will be equals to 802.5 cm. So for AB, it will just be 802.5 cm times 2, which is equals to 1605 cm. Okay, got it? A little bit complicated over here, but try and realize that every time I move, I still have a ball. You see, after I move from here to here, let's say that's one round, I'll still have a ball that's left. So there's always this extra radius that I need to account for, okay, which is here. Okay, if you take note of that, then you'll be fine. You can get the question right. Okay, try and watch this a few times if you still don't understand. But if you still don't understand, just leave a comment and I'll help you out personally. Okay. Question 8. The height of the container below is 25 cm. So when they say the height, it is from this to this. So it's an irregular shape, okay? So let's continue reading. Water flows in from the top portion. That means from here it flows in. And then it will fill up this part here first, then the smaller part, okay? How many liters of water can the container hold when it is completely filled? A question like that is asking you to find the volume, okay? So let's separate it into big bottom and top, okay? So what's the height of the bottom container? If this is 13, what will be this? It will be 25 cm minus 13 cm, which is 12 cm. Okay, so this is 12. So now, how do we find the volume of the bottom container? We will just take length. So I like to annotate. Length times breadth times height. Okay, so the length is 17, the breadth is 12, and the height is also 12. Okay, calculator, you're gonna get 2448. Okay, so we're done with the bottom part. Let's find the top part. Same thing. Length times breadth times height again equals to the length is 7, the breadth is 5, and my height is 13. Okay, if you use the calculator, we're gonna get 455 cm cube. Okay, so we just have to add both of them together because that's how much it is when it's completely filled. So calculator, okay, so they want it to be in liters, so we are done. We just need to convert. Okay, so 1000 cm cube equals to 1 liter. 2903 cm cube, use this method. So this is a divide and this is a times. Okay, so 1 over 1000 times 2903. Okay, just use your calculator, you're gonna get 2.903 liters. And that's just how you get your 2 marks. Very, very simple. It's just testing you on the basics of length times breadth times height. Okay, and whether you can separate these two into top and bottom. Okay, let's move on together to question 9. Fred spent 4 over 9 of his money on 12 apples and 8 pears in the morning. So he bought 3 more apples and 8 pears in the afternoon from the same shop and had some money left. A pear cost thrice as much as an apple. Okay, let's just draw the price, okay, of pear and apple. So a pear and apple. Okay, the P looks ugly, so I'm gonna redraw. Okay, so my P is here. So my pear costs thrice, right? So thrice means 3 units. Okay, so if the apple is $1, pear will be 111, which is $3. But let's continue. How many more apples can he buy with the remaining money he had? So he spent 4 over 9 of his money on 12 apples and 8 pears, and I don't know how much he spent what fraction of his money he spent on 3 apples and 8 pears, but we can find out. Okay, so 1 pear equals to, this is 1 pear, correct? 1 pear equals to 3 apples. Okay, because this is 1 apple and 1 pear, and in order to make it the same, I need to have 3 apples. Then I can have 3 units and 3 units. I'm going to draw it, okay, in case any one of you don't understand it. Okay, so 1 pear is the same, 3 units, but in order for 1 pear to be the same units as apples, I need to have 2 extra apples, so the total is 3 apples. Okay, if you can get past this, doing the rest of the question and understanding it won't be so hard. Okay, so I bought 8 pears. I want to convert the pears to apples. So how much is 8 pears? 8 pears will just be 3 times 8, which is 24 apples. Okay, I'm just going to put A and P for now. So morning equals to 12 apples plus, now 8 pears have turned into 24 apples. Okay, so in the morning I actually bought 36 apples. Okay, so Fred spent 4/9 of his money on 36 apples, understand? So 4 units of his money was spent on 36 apples. 1 unit of his money will be equal to 36 divided by 4, which is 9 apples. Okay, so his total amount of money is 9 units, so he can actually buy a total of 9 apples times 9, which is 81 apples. This is the total he can buy. Okay, this is the maximum he can buy. Okay, A means apple, so 81 apples is the maximum amount he can buy. So let's go to afternoon. Afternoon he had 3 apples and 8 pears. So same thing, 8 pears is 24 apples, so we have to take 3A plus 24A, which is 27A. Okay, so morning 36A, afternoon 27A. How many more apples can he buy with the remaining money he had? Maximum is 81A. So what we are doing now is just take 81, which is maximum, to minus how much he already bought. Okay, a simple calculator typing will give you 18 apples. So my answer will just be 18 apples. Okay, your conversion, you need to understand this conversion part in order to understand the rest of what I'm doing. Okay, if you don't, please watch it again. In the figure below, ABCD is a square, so square, right? Let's do something about it, okay? We underline it and then draw these things, okay? Because they're the same sides. And ADE is an equilateral triangle, so that means AE is the same as AD, which is the same as DE. Okay, so AC is a straight line and it cuts a square, so that means this is half a right angle, okay, which is 45 degrees. Okay, so anyway, let's see this diagram. So this is equilateral triangle, so that means all the angles are 60. Okay, so 60, 60, and I'm not going to draw anything here because it might look too messy. Okay, so another thing you realize is that DEC is an isosceles triangle. Okay, so with that, I think we can try and find this. Okay, so EDC is this. How to find EDC? Angle EDC is just right angle minus me 60 degrees. And I'm going to get 30 degrees. Okay, so it's 30. And now, ACD we already found, and it's 45 degrees. So what is DEC? It's the base of isosceles triangles, right? So angle DEC equals 180, which is total angle in the triangle, to minus 30 degree. The whole thing I'll divide by 2, because I'm sharing the angle with this and this, the two base angles. So DEC, you get 75 degree. So this is 75. Okay, I'm going to erase because I think I drew it a little bit too big. So this is 75. Okay, so there we have it. Angle DCE is actually also 75 degrees because base of isosceles triangle, right? So how to find ACE? I'll just take 75 degree to minus 45 degree, which is 30 degree. Okay, that's it. I got my answer. Okay, you don't understand, just watch again. If not, then move on. 11. Brian filled a large tank with water from 2 taps. So the 2 taps are tap A and tap B. Alright, tap A was turned on first, and it was turned on for 6 minutes before I turned on tap B. So when the 6 minutes starts, both taps are on. But from the first minute to the 6th minute, only tap A was on. Okay, so both taps were also turned off at the same time when the tank was completely filled without overflowing. So this graph is a cumulative graph. Okay, and we need to be very careful. So let's see here. They actually did us a huge favor by drawing these dotted lines. So for the first 6 minutes, how much water was there? 5 liter, right? So all this 5 liter actually came from tap A, because from 0 to 6, only tap A was turned on. Okay, so how many liters of water in the full tank flowed from tap A? Okay, so let's look from the 6th minute to the 15th minute. Over here, it stopped. It was 35 liters from the 15 minutes onward. That means this is where tap turned off. Taps turned off. Okay, both A and B were turned off at 15 minutes. Okay, we don't continue going on anymore because that's the maximum we can hold. Okay, the tank's capacity is 35 liters. Okay, so let's slowly do it. So for part A, 6 minutes gave me 5 liters. How much is 1 minute? 1 minute would just be 5 over 6 liters. Okay, so the rate of tap A is 5 over 6 liter per minute. Okay, so how many minutes was tap A turned on? It was turned on from here to here, correct? So 1 minute is 5 over 6 liter. How much is 15 minutes? We can just take 5 over 6 to multiply by 15. My answer will be 12.5 liters. Okay, just be very careful. Tab A was turned on from 0 to 15. So once I have the rate, I can just times 15 to find out how much water was actually pumped in by tab A. So how many liters of water flowed from tab A in 1 minute? They're asking for the rate of tab B. So at the end of 15 minutes, there were 35 liters left in the container, correct? So we need to deduct away how much came from A. 12.5 liters came from A. So 22.5 liters came from B. Okay? Got it? And tab B was turned on for 15 minus away 6 minutes. So tap B was turned on for 9 minutes. So there we have it. 9 minutes, 22.5 liters. 1 minute, 22.5, divide by 9. I'm going to get 2.5 liters. So the rate of tap B will be 2.5 liters per minute. Got it? And that's it. Okay, so even though the graph showed you until the 24th minute, you need to know that this part, no taps were turned on because there was no increase in water. Okay, so let's move on to question 12 together. Okay, question 12. Mrs. Wang went shopping with some money. She spent 2/3 of her money on a fridge, and she also spent $300 on an oven, and then with whatever remaining money, she spent 3/5 of it on an electric kettle. So in the end, also spending on a fridge, an oven, and an electric kettle, she still had 1/15 of her money left. What fraction of her money was spent on the electric kettle? We need a model for this question, okay? So I'm going to draw a model. And then with this remaining money, I'm going to draw out the remainder here. I'm going to cut it into 5 parts. Okay, and then she had 3/5 of it on an electric kettle. Okay, so in the end she had 1/15 left, so this is just 1/15. Alright, so what does this mean? Fridge is 2/3, right? Let's make it over 15 also. So this is in fact 10/15. Okay, so if I were to draw it down, this is actually 5/15. So this is 1/15. So this is actually 4/15 because 10 plus 4 plus 1 is 15. Okay, so how should I go about doing this? Do you realize that 2/5 of the remainder equals to 1/15 of total? And I need to find out what is 3/5 of remainder because that's what the kettle used. So 1/5 of remainder will just be 1/15 divided by 2, because from 2 unit it became 1 unit. So it's 1/30 of total. And then what fraction of the money was spent on electric kettle? Electric kettle was 3/5 of remainder. So it's just 1/30 times 3. Calculator will tell you that it's 1/10 of total. So that's just my answer. Okay, so now how much money did she spend on a refrigerator? So this is part A and this part B. So how much was the oven? 4/5 of total, right? Kettle is 1/10 of total. So 4/15 minus away 1/10, because this is oven plus kettle. Got it? So oven and kettle makes up 4/15. Kettle, we already found that it is 1/10. So we take 4/15 minus 1/10. We will get our answer 1/6. Okay? Of total. So 1/6 of total is just my oven. How much did she spend on the fridge? If 1/6 equals to $300, how much is 10/15? Let's just let calculator do the job, because we can just take this to divide by this and multiply by this. Okay, this paper 2, just let calculator do the job. If it looks a bit complicated, just type into a calculator and it will do the rest. Okay, you need to understand what's going on in this part. Okay, so oven and kettle, if I draw it out, it's 5/15. So, and then I divide it because this is 1/15, so this is 4/15. And 4/15 is oven plus kettle. So, kettle we found out that's 1/10, so oven will just be the 4/15 minus 1/10. Okay, so try and understand it. If not, then watch it again. For those who already understood, let's move on to question 13 together. Question 13. So these are the rates. I'm not going to read through everything. And there are different countries, okay, and different zones. So Peter sent a letter weighing 48 grams to his uncle in Malaysia. 48 grams. Letter. Malaysia. Okay, and also a postcard to a friend in Taiwan, plus postcard to Taiwan. So a 48-gram letter to Malaysia, Malaysia is zone 1, so 48 grams. So how I read this is like that. So for the first 20 grams is 70 cents. Okay, once you reach 20 grams, it will be 70 cents, but once you hit 21 grams, I'll have to use the 50-gram bracket. Okay, so once anything that's less than 50 gram, between 21 to 50, it will be 90 cents. And then anything from 51 to 100 grams will be 130. Okay, so if you send something that weighs more than 100 gram, you have to pay for the first 100 gram, which is $1.30, and additional 100 grams will be $1.10 each. Okay, so let's say you have a 101 gram parcel or letter. What you have to pay is $1.30 plus $1.10, because I don't care how much you exceed. As long as you exceed, the first 100 grams you exceed will be $1.10. Okay, so 48 grams, I will be using this. Okay, because it's more than 20 grams but less than 50 grams, so I need to pay 90 cents. A postcard is a flat rate of 60 cents if I'm sending to Malaysia or Brunei, but this time I'm sending it to Taiwan. Taiwan is zone 2, so it's 70 cents. Calculator will tell me that my answer is 160. That's it. They're actually awarding you 2 marks for reading this table. Okay, so don't lose it. So part B. Denise sent a parcel to her grandmother in Australia. So Australia, I'm going to erase everything that I did for A. Australia is zone 3. Okay, so she paid $24 for the postage. She sent a parcel. Okay, so we have to look here because parcels are here. So she paid $24. So first 100 gram $4.70, 250 gram $9.85, 500 gram $17. So she paid $24. Okay, which is quite a lot. So let's take $24 to minus away $17. Okay, because her parcel definitely exceeded 500 grams. So you minus away the first 500 grams first. Okay, so after deducting the first 500 grams, my answer will be $7. So this is after deducting the first 500 grams. Okay, it's $7. So additional step of 100 grams. So for every 100 grams, I'll pay $3.50. Okay, so I actually still have $7. So let's find out how much this is. I will take 100 to divide by 350 to times 7. My answer will be 200 gram. Okay, so I have 500 gram and I have 200 gram. So my answer will be 700 grams. Okay, so the greatest possible mass of the parcel in grams will be 700 grams. In a pattern question, John used triangles and squares to form the figures below. Each square has a side of 2 cm and each triangle has an area that's half of each square. So if my square is side of 2 cm, my area of a square will be 4 cm square. And the area of a triangle will be half times 4 because it's half of a square, which is equals to 2. Alright? Okay, so now let's move on. How many squares are there in figure 4? Figure 1 has 2 squares, figure 2 has 3 squares, third figure has 4 squares, fourth figure has 5 squares. So the number of triangles is always 1 more than the figure number. So it's always plus 1 plus 1. Okay? Plus 1, plus 1, plus 1, plus 1. Alright? So the number of squares is, so this is 1. So this is 1 plus 2, 1 plus 2 plus 3. Okay? So it's 1 plus 2. And then from here is plus 3. So to get this, it's just a plus 4. 6 plus 4 is 10. Okay? So there are 10 squares in figure 4. Right, so the problem comes now. What is the area of the figure 30? And there's no other way other than to keep adding until you're at figure 30. Okay, so realize figure 4 is 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus 4. Okay, I'm going to write it here. Okay, so I'm just going to do number of squares. Okay, because number of triangles is easy to calculate. Alright, so it's 1, 1 plus 2, 1 plus 2 plus 3, 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus 4, 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus 4 plus 5, so we have no choice. Okay, when we reach figure 30, we need to add 1 plus 2 plus 3 all the way to plus 30. Okay, just be very careful, type into your calculator, and you'll find that your answer will be 465. Okay, so what's the area of figure 30? So the number of squares is 465, so I need times 4 cm square. So it will be, alright, so the number of triangles in figure 30 would just be 31. Okay, so I take 31 times 2 cm square, which I'll get it as 62 cm square. Okay, so the total would just be alright. It's a tedious question, but you have your calculator, so there's nothing to complain about. Just continue doing until you get 465, or until you get figure 30, or whatever the question is going to ask you for. Probably that's why they give you 3 marks. Okay, let's move on to question 15. Question 15, 2 quadrants overlap each other, quadrant 1 and quadrant 2. Okay, and they are enclosed in a square. The area of region A is 28 cm cubed. So region A is this part. Okay, and there's actually a shaded part, but it seems like it's not that clear, so I'm going to shade it first before I start the question. Okay, find the area of the shaded region. So my diameter is 40 and my radius is 20. Okay, so I'm gonna write that down first. Diameter is D, diameter is 20 plus 20. Radius is 20 cm. So I always like to write down these two things first before I start my question. Find the area of the shaded region. Let's find the area of the square first. Area of square is just 20 times 20. Okay, and what's the area of one quadrant? It is 1/4 times pi is 3.14 times r, r is 20. Okay, so that answer will be 314 cm square. So if I take my square to minus my quadrant, the shape I'm gonna get is like that. Okay, so the area of that will be 400 minus 314. I'm going to get 86 cm square. Okay, so I'm gonna shade it in red. So this part here, it's 86 cm square. And in order to find out what is the area of this shaded part, I'll just take 86 minus away A. So 86 minus away A, which is 28. My answer would be 58. And I got it 2 marks. Okay, so now I need to find the parameter of the unshaded region. I will have to remove away the red lines, okay? So what's the parameter of the unshaded region? I'm gonna draw it, okay? So it's here and here, and this part here, this part here, and this part here. Okay, so I'm gonna go back to the original color. This is 20, 20, 20. So now we have to find this and this. This is actually the same as this. Okay, so what we are trying to find is just the circumference of a quadrant. Okay, because this red blue color line is the same thing as this orange line. Alright, so the circumference of a quadrant is just 1/4 times pi times diameter. Okay, and my answer will be 31.4 cm. And I just need to add the 3 20s. Okay, 20, 20, and 20. And I'll have my answer. My answer will be 91.4 cm. Alright, so pretty straightforward. But if you don't understand, just watch it again. Question 16. Some chairs were arranged in rows in the hall. There were 8 chairs in each row. 4 chairs were added. And when all the chairs were rearranged, there were 6 chairs in each row and 3 more rows than before in the hall. So there are a lot of information here. So let's try and cut it down. There were 8 chairs in each row. So I'm going to draw 8 chairs in each row. Okay, I don't know there are how many rows, so I'm just going to draw about 4 rows here. So then they added 4 chairs, okay? and then they rearrange also into rows of 6. Okay, I'm also going to draw about 4 rows. Okay, so there were 3 more rows than before in the hall. So there were 3 more rows of 6. Okay, so the 3 rows will make up 18 chairs. But we have to deduct the 4 chairs that we added. Okay, so that means the difference is 2 chairs per row, right? So for all these 2 chairs, it's going to go down to form rows of 6. Okay, get it? Because instead of having 8 chairs, I'm having 6 chairs. So all these extra 2 chairs per row will be taken down to form the extra 3 rows. And there will be 14 extra chairs. So what we need to do is just to take 14 divided by 2. That means there were 7 rows of 8 in the first place. So it's 7 times 8, which is 56 chairs. Okay, so I have 14 chairs extra forming the rows at the bottom. So my difference is 2, and then I take the extra chairs, divide by 2, I'll find out that I have 7 rows of 2s at first. Okay, and if per row I have 8 chairs, that means I have 56 chairs in total. Okay, got it? Try and understand it. Okay, so I'm going to repeat again. For every row of 8, I'm taking away 2 chairs to throw it on my next row. So I take 2 chairs, 2 chairs, 2 chairs, 2 chairs each row to form my rows of 6. So 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2. So I have 14 extra chairs because of this extra chairs that are taken out. Okay, and then I realized that my difference is 2. So I just need to take 14 extra chairs to divide by 2 per row to find out that there are 7 rows. And my total number of chairs at first will just be 56. Okay, so let's move on to part B. How many more chairs must be added so that there are 12 rows of 7? 12 rows of 7 means there are 84 chairs. Okay, so at first I have 56 and then I added 4 chairs. That means I have 60 chairs. So I just need to take 84 minus 60, I'll get 24 chairs. Okay, so I need to add 24 more chairs so that there will be 12 rows of 7 chairs in the hall. And that's it. Question 16 is done. You need to understand what I'm doing here and what I'm drawing here. So, because this question tend to come out quite a lot. Okay, let's move on to 17. Alright, question 17, the last question. A shop sells 3 boxes of dark chocolates and 5 boxes of white chocolates for $26.60, and this is before GST. Zane had a card that gave him a 10% discount from the shop, and he paid $67.41 for 10 boxes of dark and 10 boxes of white. So this amount is inclusive of GST. Find the usual price of a box of dark before the GST. Okay, whatever. Let's just see what we can find out from this paragraph. Okay, 3. Let's do the 10 one first. So 10 dark plus 10 white plus 7% GST plus 10% discount is $67.41. So now I want 10 dark plus 10 white plus 10% discount. Basically, I want to get rid of the GST. Okay, and the way to find this answer will be, so 10 white, 10 dark, 10% discount, and 7% GST is 107%. Okay, because we added the GST. So 107% is $67.41. Okay, I want to find out how much is the price of chocolates after discount without GST. So I need to find out what is 100%. Okay, calculator tells me that it's $63. Alright, so that means this is $63. Got it? So now I want to find out what is 10 dark and 10 white. Okay, so if 10 dark chocolates and 10 white chocolates after discount is $63, after discount, the discount is 10%, so that means we are paying for 90%. 90% is $63. We need to find out what's 100%. Just take 63 divided by 90 times 100. My answer will be $70. Okay, so find the price of a box of dark chocolates before GST. So now we are done. This is before GST and this is original price, also before discount. Okay, which is usual price. So what is 1 dark plus 1 white? It will just be $70 divided by 10, which is $7. Okay. Now let us find out what is 5 dark plus 5 white. It will be $7 times 5, which is $35. Alright, so 3 dark and 5 white is $26.60, correct? So I will take $35 to minus $26.60, and my answer will be $8.40. Okay, so this is the price of 2 dark chocolates. Okay, so 2 dark chocolates is $8.40. So what is 1 box of dark chocolate? I'll just need to take $8.40 to divide by 2. Okay, my answer will be $4.20. Got it? So 5 dark and 5 white, if I minus 3 dark and 5 white, my white will cancel out each other. So 5 dark minus 3 dark will be 2 dark chocolates. That's why 2 dark chocolates is the difference between 35 and 26.60, which is $8.40. And then 2 darks is this price, so 1 dark will just be to divide by 2. Okay, during a sale, for every 3 boxes of dark chocolates purchased, 1 box of white chocolates was given free. Helen paid this amount for some dark chocolates. This amount is before the GST. How many boxes of white chocolates did she get for free? So since this is before GST, we will also deal with the prices of chocolates before GST. So for part B, I'll do it here. So 3 dark chocolates means 3 times $4.20, which is equals to $12.60. Okay, so I paid $105. Let's divide by $12.60. I'll probably get like a decimal or something, but it's fine. Okay, so my answer will be 8/1/3. Okay, so there are 8/1/3 sets of 3 chocolates. So there are 8 sets of 3 dark chocolates. So because there are 8 sets, that means I'll get 8 white chocolates for free. Okay, so how many boxes of white chocolate did she get for free? She got 8 boxes of white chocolates for free. Okay, we don't care about the 1/3. Okay, the 1/3 can be just like an extra box of chocolate she bought. Okay, she don't have to buy chocolates just for the free white chocolates. Okay, so that's 8/1/3. Alright, so yeah, we're done with question 17, and that's the last question. Stella High's paper is surprising at times, but most of the questions are seriously manageable. Okay, and I'll see you in the next paper. Alright, good job with this, and watch it again if you need to.